You have written about Tim Armstrong at AOL, and the headline, I must admit, is a little made me a little uncomfortable.
I'm so glad.
You were writing about what AOL CEO got right.
He got lots of things right. About
like what?
Well, we know the backstory, right?
Yeah.
That he last week on a conference call said that the reason why the company's changing their benefits package is because these two distressed babies they had to take care of
cost them too much money.
Cost them $2 million, and so they had to, as part of this, they had to adopt the changes. Well, a lot of people
reversed it.
He since reversed it, changed it back. Yeah. A lot of people, me included, on Friday wrote, this is really crazy. It doesn't make any sense because large companies like AOL have something called reinsurance. And that is if they have a lot of payouts they have to give in a given year, they're insured against it so that their entire benefits package isn't in flux.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote on Friday. On Monday, I decided that, maybe there is kind of some truth in the claim that we as a country spend a whole lot of money on childbirth. And it turns out we spend the absolute most of any country on childbirth, and we have the least best outcomes. When it comes to premature babies, we're like number 170 in terms of outcomes. So the question is, what's going on? Why does the country have so many premature babies? And then, of course, those babies and the care that's associated with them drives up healthcare costs. So a normal delivery is about $5,000. And the employer, if the woman and the family have employer-sponsored healthcare, pays about that much, $5,000, covers most of it. A premature baby on average, and these babies are a lot more expensive, but on average is $55,000. This is through the first year. So the problem, of course, it always comes back to lack of preventive care, lack of education about how to go through your pregnancy, what to do during your pregnancy, lack of access to healthcare services. That's part of the reason why we have this problem. We, I think, have a grade of C in America in terms of premature births. Too many premature births, too frequently, and it's driving up our healthcare costs. And that, I think, was kind of the kernel of truth in this entire debate about, my goodness, my benefits are changing.
We are able, through the miracles of technology today and the advances of technology, keep them alive. And like these two cases with AOL. But Tim Armstrong was not saying we've got a disconnect in this country because we're not spending enough on preventive health care, therefore there are too many premature babies, and therefore that's part of driving up. He was just saying, I'm a CEO, and it seems what it came across was, I'm a CEO, and I resent having to pay for these two little distressed babies.
Well, I think what he was really saying is, look, AOL is having, I know Arthur was just here, but I think AOL is having some business problems. They had to let Patch go, $200 million loss. That was their local reporting outfit. Some other losses in the company. Yeah. There's rumors they're going to merge with Yahoo. So there's some instability, and he was trying to use these cases as an excuse for why the benefit packages have to change, when another reason they might have to change is because the business isn't going so well. They've had some losses. And this guy, Armstrong, made in 2012 $12 million. So for him to be complaining about these quote-unquote distressed babies really doesn't look so good.
Yeah. If he had talked about the problems with healthcare the way you did, that would have been one thing. But he didn't.
He didn't.
He was bitching about the fact that how dare these two employees. And then the other thing, delaying the contributions to the 401k until the end of the year means that AOL keeps all that money and is able to use all that money all year long. And the employees who, if that money had been invested paycheck by paycheck by paycheck, would be getting the advantage of all of that interest over that time, and perhaps increases in the value of the stock.
Yes.
Which they don't get.
Right.
So
exactly.
He was, I think, wrong on both counts.